Thank you for tuning in to I've Got Favor, where it's your time to shine with your host, Prophetess T.
Everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on God's green earth. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in once again with I've Got Favor, where it is your time to shine with me, your hostess, Prophetess T. Guys, I am excited. We've got some people in the room this evening that are going to share some information about an exciting event that is happening right here in New Haven, Kentucky. Now, I know you guys may not know a lot about New Haven, but today, can y'all say today with me? Yes. Today, we're going to learn some interesting things about an event that has been happening since 1991, if I'm correct. Amen. Praise the Lord. I got something right. So, guys, before we get started, you know how we do this. I'm going to need you to go get your auntie and them and your cousin and your nosy neighbors and all those folks and bring them on in the room so we can get started on this. And if you guys have any comments or questions about anything that we're discussing tonight, make sure you share them below and we'll get them answered as quickly and swiftly as we possibly can. So you know how we do. We're going to get into this good tea tonight, right? So let's get started. First of all, I want to introduce to you guys the guests that I have in the room. And we're going to start right here with this young man, Mr. Andy Hall, who happens to be the president, and let me make sure I'm saying this right, of the, is it Rolling Fork Iron Horse? I either say iron or orange, something. He's the president of this festival that we're going to be discussing tonight. And we also have one of the board members and our favorite neighbor over here. We have Miss Amber Howard. Am I going to say Hellard?
Hellard.
Oh, I got
Hellard.
it. Okay, I got it right. So, guys, we're going to talk about the Rolling Fork Iron Horse Festival. And we're going to start off with Mr. Hall, if that's okay. Is that all right with you?
It'll be fine.
All right. So the first question I want to ask as we get started. So what brought about the idea of having a festival, first of all?
Well, in July of 1990, that's when there was a celebration welcoming the Kentucky Railway Museum to our town. And we had a parade at that time, and excitement and pride arose to where we thought we needed to honor them being in our town, but also honoring the whole Rolling Fork Valley area, which includes Howardstown and LaRue County and even up in Marion County and down at Boston. It's a big valley, and it's fertilized and watered by the Rolling Fork River. And so this was a time we thought that we could make our history shine, as well as honor our valley and honor the Kentucky Railway Museum. So that's kind of how it got rolling.
So I was going to ask you where the name come from, but you answered that already for me. So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. So I didn't learn something new that quick already. So you said it all started actually with, which I don't know if you guys knew it or not. There is a railway place that's over here that you can actually still take train rides on. So that's kind of cool too. I think it's like an hour and a half train ride, and you can go through the museums over there and get some history behind it. And this specific town itself, New Haven, has a lot of history involved in it. So tell me, what makes up this festival? What makes it so great?
Well, we feel like to some extent it's a homecoming for people who've lived here. And we also hope that visitors would come to our town and see some of the history and some of the things that we have to offer. This year, we've got 85 craft booths that are registered to come. We have 10 food booths, and we try to also bring entertainment that especially responds to the youth. We've got bouncers this year. We've got an arcade, and we're inviting children to have a separate section in our parade. So we've got a lot of things that we want to cater to the youth. after all, they're our future citizens and our future presence in this community as well as surrounding communities.
So this is most definitely, it sounds like a family-oriented event. And I know the date we haven't mentioned. What is the date that it starts and the time that this event is going
Well, this year it's September the 14th. That's kind of amazing that the first festival we had was on September 14th. Of course, there's been several of them held at September 14th during that time, but the first one and the current one are on the same date. So it's kind of a coincidence, but it's a good one. As far as what that brings, we feel like that it's a great time to invite others from other communities. We've had people tell us that as children, they came here from other counties to enjoy our festival. And Caitlin Norris, who's a reporter at the Kentucky Standard, told me that 2 years ago, that she lived in Washington County and she came here and enjoyed the festival and has been coming ever since. So we're happy that we're leaving some marks of enjoyment and invitation to others to realize that we got a lot to offer.
Yes, sir. In this little bitty town that you can drive right through if you don't pay attention.
One stoplight.
And miss it. Yeah, that is the craziest thing. I think that was one of the questions they asked to join their group. And that was hilarious that I actually knew that I had paid attention to that. So I want to pull you in on some of the questions too. So you're on the board. Tell me, guys, what does it take to decide how to plan for this?
Well, I'm very, very new to the board. I actually just joined the board this year. So I've been coming to the meetings and everything, and I'm full of ideals. I don't know if the board is ready for them or not, but I'll bring them to the table.
We'll listen.
He said listen. I heard him say listen.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of it. We own Long Branch Saloon, which is right next door to you all. And we actually have an event within the event of the Iron Horse called Steel Wheels, which we gear towards more of the biker community. We have a bike show and a burnout competition. We have some games that, the bikes can be involved in. And this year, the bikes will also be in the parade. They'll be leading the parade this year. So, we just kind of extended on down this way from the parade. And kind of did our own little thing with it too.
And guys, it's always jumping over there, let me tell you. There's always beautiful bikes outside. They always got something going on over there. We felt very welcome by you guys, and we appreciate that. It's like, I swear, honestly, guys, it's like going into Cheers if you guys are that age and you can remember that show. Like, everybody knows the name. It's kind of cool when you walk in, you feel very welcome. And I think I get a kick out of it because of the versatility, even in the music display and just watching everybody dance.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it in karaoke.
We always tell everybody, you come in as a stranger, you leave as family. That's kind of how we roll over there.
And it's truth. I really feel that. We felt very comfortable. We was worried about standing out a little bit, but nobody made us feel any different.
They bring everybody in and get excited over newcomers that come in.
All right, so I want to talk about some of the events, Mr. Hall, that we got going on. When you guys start the planning process, when do you actually start planning for the year to come or what's coming up for the year?
Well, we start in January. We meet every month except December. Usually, of course, next month in October, we'll be critiquing this year's festival and what went well and what needs to improve and what we need to think about next year. Then in November, we especially concentrate on giving back money or awards to different groups in the community to give back, especially from our silent auction proceeds. And if there's more that's needed, then we'll pull it from our other funds. But we try to evaluate that at the beginning. Then in January, we elect our officers. We start looking at what the forthcoming year needs to be considered. And we plan. Usually about June or early July, we print our brochures. So we pretty much got everything in place by then. But it takes a while to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to rotate our activities to where the interests in the community are. Sometimes when we've had things in the past, we've had bed races, we've had go-kart races with the kids, you know, and that gets old with some of them. And, you know, after 2 or 3 years, you got to think of something else to do. So we kind of try to look at what's the interest are and move to that. So that's kind of what we do. You know, it's never certain at the beginning of the year what's going to be coming up on the brochure. So that's kind of how we work.
So one of the vendors that's going to be here is an axe throwing. I used to need the axe throwing over in E-Town.
Uh-huh.
So he's got a truck that he brings out, and you can actually do the axe throwing there with him. So that's going to be
scared of that. But yeah, it looks like you got some interesting things going on here. Just mentioned in the flyer, it talks about there's, of course, you said a family's activity area that you'll have a kids zone that's free. They have the bouncy houses and slides and everything that are going to be over there. And then the walk-through arcade. I don't know if the kids are going to get any opportunity because a lot of us older kids will be over there terrorizing it, I'm quite sure. And then you're going to have a petting zoo.
Yes.
So that should be interesting.
These are mostly exotic animals, like
my.
camels or you know, exotic animals that you don't see, ostriches, that type of thing. So
I think he's got a zebra too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I
And
think
what
they
are
got a
any of
zebra.
those things doing
Yeah,
in Kentucky?
I can't think of all they're going to bring.
How about that? That is crazy. Do y'all know? I'm gonna tell y'all something funny about me. I did not know that there was different colored cows besides black and white ones.
Really?
And then I learned that some are meat cows and some are dairy cows.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that was.
And then you have the Highland cows that are the real hairy, fluffy, cute
There's hairy
ones.
cows.
Oh yeah.
Okay, see, I'm learning something else. And guys, these things are huge. I did not know cows were so big. I didn't know horses were so big till I came to Kentucky. So this should be interesting. Now, tell me a little bit about the IHF silent auction.
Well, basically, this will be held between City Hall and the post office. There's a little area there that used to be the old fire department section of the City Hall building, and they will be posted inside. Basically, we solicit gifts or things that people can award from their business or from the distilleries or whatever. And silent auction means that they bid on a paper that's on a clipboard by each item, and it'll close at, I think it's at 6:00, and the highest bid wins that item. And then they pay for it either that evening or the next day, and they get to take it home. But this is where we raise a good amount of money that goes back to the community and activities. We contribute to the schools, we contribute to Girl Scouts and like organizations where they can carry on the function of their activities. And you know, it's like it's not. We don't call it a grant, but it's similar to a grant. There's, it's not a loan or anything. It's an outright award. So we take pride in that and giving back to the community from what we raise.
We were able just to provide dulcimer making kits for the school up here. The St. Catherine
Academy.
Yeah. So the music department had come in and discuss what they wanted to do with it. So she's going to have the students make the dulcimers and then teach them how to play them.
Okay, now see, you brought that up, and I don't know if everybody knows what
a dulcimer is.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to describe it.
I know somebody that does know, but
a dulcimer is a stringed instrument from Eastern Kentucky heritage mostly, but it's got a great sound, but it's a different sound. And in this case, they're going to have about 15 students that will be playing them.
Wow.
Now, in the past, we've also contributed to the New Harry School and St. Catherine Academy money toward Chromebooks to facilitate and help their computer program within the school. So
Wow.
it can be various different goals and things that they need. So it may vary from time to time. So we kind of listen to requests that where they need help. So that's what we try to do.
That is so, I think it's absolutely wonderful that you guys invest back into the community. So you keep your dollars flowing. So that's kind of cool. So I also see here that we're going to have an on horsepower. So cars, trucks, and tractors that are going to be on display.
That'll be at the heads down here.
Be down at the Mauser's lot on South Main. There'll be classic cars there in the upper end of Mauser's car lot. And then a lot of great prized motorcycles will be down below. And any tractors might line up on the other side. And of course, we invite all of them to enter our parade at 2:15. So it's an interesting situation where young people can see what the old cars look like, and the older people can kind of bring back memories of what they used to ride in or saw, you know. So it's a great contribution, we think, to all ages.
Yeah, I definitely like to look at the classics car. Matter of fact, Miss Amber and her husband own a classic truck. I know they was out there. Yeah, we was looking at that little hot rod over there. So, and then you told us a little bit about what you guys would be doing with the bike. You're gonna. I know y'all had like a burnout contest and stuff.
We have a burnout competition. So we have a burnout pit out back. And anybody who wants to come out and burn off their tires, basically. I mean, we set it up so it's in a safe environment. You know, it's not out on the street or anything, but we do cause a lot of noise and a lot of smoke when it happens. But it also brings in a good crowd. People love to see it, kids, grown-ups, you know, everybody loves to come out and watch them. Then we have the bike show, a lot of classic bikes, or, you know, even the new shinier bikes that they like to put out, and they'll bring them and put them in the bike competition and see. So,
and we got some other exciting things that I'm getting ready to dive into that's going to be going on as well. I know they're going to have a pageant, and I know we had Miss Dee Dee on. Was it last week, Danny, or the week before? Was it the week before? And she talked about that. And I know even with that, they're doing something where they want canned goods to give back once again to support the community and participating in that. And I love it that it goes from age 0 to 100. So beauty can be found within anybody. So I think that's awesome. She stated that, I mean, you can just come out, even if you're not from New Haven specifically, and you can be part of that passion, or just come out and hoop and holler. Just, you know, give support as well. And then I know that you guys also are going to have Mr. Wiley's Taekwondo doing an exhibition show, I guess, as well. And then WLSK 100.9, home of Dave and Dan in the morning. So that's what I wanted to talk about. They are a hot mess. Can I tell that?
Yes.
So I know there's something called Small Town Big Heart Idol. So you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, because we've actually had some qualifying events over at our place. Anybody who sings, loves to sing, they just join in, and it's a competition. They'll be judged. We send at the qualifying events. We send in 2 qualifiers. The finale will be or the finals will be at Our Horse this year. I mean, it's hard competition. There's some very good talent out there. We've
I'm
experienced
excited
it.
to
Yeah.
see. I got to sit and watch one of them, and
Mhm.
it was a good time. I absolutely loved it. And
I
think
said the last one that came through, I would not want to be a judge on that because I mean, back to back to back to back, amazing talent. And
wow.
I was like, can we just send them all through? Like, no.
And then you're going to have somebody that's participating to give a little history as well.
Yes, we got Mr. Abe Lincoln impersonator,
Okay.
and he's a great guy.
Larry Elliott.
Yes, he's going to He's going to be here from 2 to 5 o'clock in the parade time. He's going to come and walk in the parade at 2:15. Then following the parade, he's going to be on the stage up at the intersection, and he will be on the platform. He's going to deliver the Gettysburg Address and also give a little bit about the life of Lincoln. He's very personable. And when you talk to him on the phone, he'll give you a history lesson on the phone. You know? So he's unbelievable, you know. So he and his wife, we call her Mary Todd Lincoln, but they're going to be available for pictures and questions in the crowd until 5 o'clock when he departs. So we're very excited about him. And I first met him in February this year, and I brought it to the board and I said, I think he's a great personality to have. And so everybody agreed to that. And so we're excited about him coming.
I am too. I plan on trying to hang out the whole time. We'll see if my age allows me to.
There's a lot going to be happening.
A lot. I don't know how we're going to get around. And then we have, of course, there's a lot of boutiques and places that are going to be open down the strip as well that we want to make sure that everybody goes visit.
Yes.
I don't want to leave out mentioning some of the who are sponsoring the event. If you wanted to give them a shout out, I don't know if you.
Well, I'd like you just to read them off because they're great. They're great sponsors. Some of them have been sponsors for numerous years. And without their help, we could not offer the festival. The first festival we had in 1991, our budget was $500.
Wow.
So we were working from our shoestrings and loose belts and everything, you know. But anyway, we've had a lot of people, not even from our town, that contribute, and they're great sponsors, and they're simply very community minded. And we're very thankful for that, and without them we could not do what we do.
Well, we're blessed to say that. So I want to make sure we give a shout out to Log Still Distillery, 5 Star, Bardstown Mills, make sure I say everything right, CHI St. Joseph Health,
Yes.
that's I'm gonna kill this, Flagel Memorial Hospital,
Bardstown Hospital.
Flagey. All right, that there. I told you I was gonna kill it. And I spent 8 weeks in that hospital. I should know it. Goldmark Realtors, and of course the Long Branch Saloon, Ballard of Bardstown Food Grade Transportation, Lord Jesus have my eyes, Wayno's Garage, and then we have is it Mago?
Yes,
Construction Company, LG&E and KU PPL companies, Town and Country Bank and Trust, of course. And then we have the City of New Haven, which we couldn't do nothing without their permission, right? And Budweiser. And then we have Salt River Electric, and of course, Kentucky Railroad Museum. And of course, my favorite, Heidi Favorite Productions. Of course, we had to get in on this. We wanted to make sure we supported the community in any way we could as well. And like I said, I'm excited about everything that's happening. And then you guys towards the close of the event, or is this like at the end of it, you're going to have live Resilient? Is that the
Resilient?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be
closing concert band.
So look at that, guys. You got food, you got
street
fun,
concert.
you got taekwondo, you got bikes, you got cars, you got singers, you got crazy animals that we don't know what we're going to have going on out there. And we got Abe Lincoln himself that's going to be showing up. I mean, it sounds absolutely wonderful and amazing. And it sounds like every year you guys get more creative and it gets bigger.
Well, so this year the train museum has actually added. They're going to be doing like a coal shoveling because that's how trains operated. You know, so a coal shoveling competition.
What?
Yeah, to keep the. So that's something new that's going to be there this year.
Oh my!
That would be related to where you shoveled coal into the steam engines.
Oh,
So that's where it's connected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is that open to anybody, or they got specifics?
No, anybody who wants to sign up and see if they can get their trains going, they can shovel some coal in there and see. Yeah.
All right. So y'all know this is Kentucky, so I don't want to forget. I forgot to mention, but you know we got to have a little dinner there. You know, yeehaw, little fiddle on music and whatever the fiddle sound is. I don't know what it is exactly. Whatever it is, I can't make it. But you have, is it Adlin Wallace? Is that how Adlin?
Well, this is apparently this is a very expensive instrument because it's got different amplified sounds and everything. Wow. And hopefully the rain won't interfere with that. If it does, we'll have to probably cancel that. But you know, we're wrestling right now with the weather forecast, and so hopefully we'll find out Thursday night and Friday, I guess, what the weather's going to do, and then we'll make some decisions. But we don't plan on worrying about it. Right. We don't plan on worrying about it. We're going to go with it, and we may have to change a couple of things when you come to expensive instruments and that type of thing. But other than that, we're planning to go forward.
Well, I don't believe there's going to be any bad weather because I'm taking the day off. So it's not going to rain. We're saying that. We're declaring that. Mm-hmm. So guys, make sure when you do come out, you want to bring your chairs and your blankets too. So you have somewhere to sit while you're watching the parade as it goes on. And like I said, we want to make sure we get out and we support our local vendors. And of course, some of the stores. And of course, we want you to go to the saloon. It just still kills me that it's called a saloon. And I literally, guys, it really looks that way. And there's a lot of history. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit of some of the things she's been into over there. And she's going to keep it over there. We've already discussed this. But give them just a little bit of some of the exciting things.
So I love history. I love everything about history. So I've dug into the historical part of our area and New Haven altogether, but of our bar and grill, the saloon. And our building was built in 1935 by the Hellard family. Before that, it was the Dawson House, which was a local hotel bar grill back in the early 1800s till it was tore down in 1935 and built this one. But there's a lot of interesting history that goes on. We have some tunnels underneath it that we found out was part of the Underground Railroad. That's cool. I've actually explored those tunnels myself. They're pretty creepy under there.
You keep it creepy over there.
Yeah. We've had some paranormal teams come in and do some investigating with us, and that's come up some very interesting, fun things that we've had going on. So we're excited about that, which has also brought out more history. I've actually been able to put names with some people that has been over there or visited over there, or had the business at one time. I found out that one of the Civil War battles, the Battle of New Haven, was done right behind us. Wow. Artillery was actually hit the Dawson House.
Wow.
During that, when that went down. So, yeah, I mean, I've had fun with it. Found that the New Haven was actually called Pottinger's Landing. When Samuel Pottinger came and founded the town. And then he left and went to New Haven, Connecticut, left New Haven there. So when he came back, he renamed Pottinger's Landing New Haven because he loved it so much. And
how about that?
Yeah.
Look at us. So you'll get a lot of nostalgia when you come down to this area. And like I said, it's very welcoming.
Well, the Sherwood's another building. It's right across from us. They've been here since 1913. That building has.
So they're talking about reopening that.
Mhm, they are. They're going to be reopening it the 1st of October, I believe.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at that. So see, guys, there's some exciting things that are going on in this little town. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. You want to make sure you get down here. Again, Mr. Hall, can you tell us again when everything starts, when the festival is going to start?
Well, it'll be this Saturday, September 14th. The opening ceremony start at 9:30, but you can probably buy some craft wares prior to that.
Yeah.
But anyway, after that, the silent auction, I think, begins at 11. There's a lot of activities that will come from there. We have live broadcasts from WLSK 100.9 all day, and Big Dave is a big personality.
Yes, he
And
is.
so he will keep you posted on everything going on that day. So anyway, we welcome and hope to have everybody come and see what we got to offer. And we think it's going to be a great day for family and friends. So make sure you don't come by yourself. Bring a friend or two and enjoy the day with us.
Amen. So I'm excited, and even just to watch the parade go on, that should be exciting with the floats, and I guess there might be horses and other things that are involved as well. So guys, make sure you come out and you want to support this great event. And like I said, there's a lot of interesting things going on for all ages. So nobody will be left out. You can bring grandma and them and y'all won't leave them sitting down somewhere while y'all go, throw some axes or touch some weird animals. And then you have a place that you can put the kids while you go and shop till you drop, ladies. You can let the kids go stay in the inflatable bouncy houses.
And lots of good food.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be lots of good food.
Here's where you want to make sure elastic is involved. So wear your sweatpants.
Leggings. Those are my favorite.
The things that let you be loose. So make sure you wear those. And like I said, you'll get some history while you're here too. So I think that would be, it sounds so exciting, and I can't wait to see what goes on. And of course, we will be there. And I'm sure I'm going to be going live and sharing some of the festivities, but not all of it, because you should be here if you really want to see it. But I want to thank you guys. I know this is kind of weird to do this, but I wanted to make sure that we show off the little town that has welcomed us with such big and loving. And you guys have been gracious to us. I appreciate
You've been great neighbors. We love having you all. You all have. And thank you. I mean, you all are doing a lot for the small town Big Heart Idol. I mean,
we're excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. So
we thank you guys for the opportunity. Thank you, because you share so much about us with everybody. I mean, she talks about us more than we talk about us. So we love you, and we love you guys for everything.
We appreciate your presence here, and we appreciate the opportunity to tell all these folks on the podcast about what we're doing.
Yes.
And we feel like that New Haven is a very welcoming town.
It is.
And we try to be Christian and loving to everybody. And so anyway, we're not perfect, but we're trying to be.
That's all you got to do. I know it was perfect was Jesus and Adam kind of messed that up. So, hey, God's not looking for perfect in us. He's looking for us to look for perfect in him. So I think as long as we're showing love, that's all that matters. And you guys surely make us feel love, and we appreciate it.
This town, you won't find a better group of folks that come running when anything's needed. They're right there.
And so, I really do. Like I said, we really love New Haven, because I even know the postmaster's name. I don't know how many towns you know that she was personable. Yeah. I know we've met the mayor. How many people can say they've actually met the mayor of their town? And she came over here when we had our ribbon cutting. I mean, she made it her point to come by, even though she was busy that day. So we love you guys. We appreciate everything you're doing. Guys, if you have nothing else to do, which you probably don't anyways, come on out September 14th to the Rolling Fork on Horse. Get some history, be a part of it. Watch the parade. Get some delicious food, go on the train ride, come see some of the local talent, and get, like I said, just a chance to be among the community and see what your state has to offer here, specifically in New Haven. Like I said, and of course, get some good down home music. We're going to have a good time. I know we are. We're not saying rain. We're going to say that it's a nice, cool breeze day, and we're going to enjoy ourselves, and we're going to wear our children out until they pass out so that they sleep well. And so I'm excited. So congratulations since 91, you said you've been doing this? And I can only imagine it's going to get greater and bigger.
This is the 33rd one.
Wow. 33. Look at that. So guys, it's been around a long time, and I don't know how many of y'all didn't even know about it. But even if you're coming through Kentucky, why not stop at New Haven on your way to wherever you're going and spend some time with us? And festivities start at 9:30. Well, they got the pageant if you're there, and maybe you just want to do something with your daughter to make her feel, beautiful. There's a princess in all of us, right? So registration starts at 9. I think the registration fee is like $65, but you have to bring canned goods. The canned goods are the biggest thing because they're going to be supporting a community. I think a food pantry.
There's a food pantry.
So they want at least, I think, is it 10 canned goods per registered participant. So make sure you guys do that. And like I said, come see the animals, come throw some axes, come watch the bikes, breathe in some smoke, get a little drink, do a little dance, whatever. Take a little train ride, but be a part of something great that's going on here in the community of New Haven. And once again, Mr. Hall, Andy, thank you. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate all that you allowed us to do tonight. Thank you so much.
No problem. Hopefully I didn't talk y'all's ear off. So guys, I want to thank you guys all too for tuning in. Make sure you share this to your groups and pages so that other people can know what's going on in the community of New Haven, Kentucky. And like I said, it will be happening this Saturday, September 14th, with opening ceremony starting at 9:30 to 15. They're going to have the parade right here downtown, and we're going to have some exciting new talent. The karaoke contest. And then Resilient closing it out with their performance as well. So you don't want to miss this. Be there or be square, right? And as we always say at the end of this podcast, I don't know what you have to do, but you got to get up out of here. But remember this, go on and have yourself a good day. But if you can't, don't go messing up nobody else's. You guys be blessed, and we'll see you next week. Have a good evening.
We thank you for tuning in to I've Got Favor, where it's your time to shine with Prophetess T.